Hey guys, how we doing? So we're back with another Mother's Basement video, another What's in an OP, and this one is called What's in an OP? Konosuba's Lovable Idiots. And I do believe this is about the second OP for season 2's OP of Konosuba, which is personally my favourite out of the two. I love it. I love how it's just like a little quest for the golden apples that it's as if it's its own little story. They pick up the quest, they go on a little journey. You see how they all interact with each other. It's all very funny. They get it, and the music's amazing. And seeing them dancing and that is just, I love it. I absolutely love it. So as soon as I seen that we had a What's in an OP video about this, I was like, we gotta check this out. So let's get into this. What's in an OP? Konosuba's Lovable Idiots.
What's up, weebs? I'm
Hi.
Jeff, professional shitbag, and
What's up, man?
is not my mother's basement.
Oh.
Because, as I said at the end of my last video, Avatar is an anime, fuck you, fight me.
Ooh.
I've actually moved out of my
Oh, I
mother's
should watch
basement
that.
in an
Just gonna
effort to
make
be
Kieran
more
to watch that,
productive and less of a hiki neek. And also because I wanted to live with my girlfriend. And
Makes
speaking of
sense.
two of those things, I don't talk about Konosuba nearly enough.
No
on
one
this channel.
does.
It's one of the best shows of last year.
It's amazing.
One
I love
of
it.
my favorite
So good.
animated comedies of all time. So when Bookwalker, Kadokawa's
Ooh, I need to check out the
official
novels.
ebook store, reached out
Someone
to
commented
tell
saying
me
that the light novels
they
are
did
really,
the
really
original
good.
light novels an
In one of the
official
videos I've done.
release, I was pretty
Need
damn
to check it
stoked.
out.
And not
I've
just
got the first
because
volume
it
of the
gives me an
manga,
excuse
but,
to talk about the excellent OP of the second season.
Yeah, I love that. That's my
a nice
favourite
word.
bit.
But because I've been itching to read it for a while now.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see how the story
I'm gonna check that
evolved
out.
from page to screen, and Volume 1 is just plain fun on its own.
Yeah?
If you're interested in reading it yourself,
I
you
am.
can use the gift code Mother's Basement on Bookwalker,
Ooh.
that's all one word, Mother's Basement,
Okay.
to get 600 yen off the list price, which means that you can read it for as little as $2.
My-
you can use
yeah,
that
that's
code
good,
for
actually.
anything else.
That's really
They've
good.
got Spice and Wolf, ReZero, Bakano, and
Bakano!
Sama, and a ton of other great
Dos
books.
Patama!
But if you pick up Konosuba before March 6th, you'll also
Oh, I'm
be
sure
entered
this
to
was
win
out last
one
year.
of 5 fabulous posters autographed by the show's talented voice cast.
Too late now.
Or one of 10 stylish t-shirts emblazoned with Best Worst Girl Megumi. Babe, Megumi's on the back. You were supposed to turn.
Oh.
There you go.
I love
champ.
Megumi. She's so cool.
And if you're not up to date on
Explosion.
any version of Konosuba,
Crunchyroll.
you can watch it on Crunchyroll. And you can do so free for 30 days if you use
I can't find the OVAs on there, though. If someone could let me know
Crunchyroll.com/basement to sign up for a
what I'm
free
doing
trial.
wrong, that'd be great.
Konosuba's second opening
Yay.
is absolutely fantastic. Unlike the first one, which introduces us to the characters through little disconnected comedic vignettes, this OP tells us a complete story.
Yes,
it's a
it
simple
does.
one. Kazuma and Ko go questing for a golden apple,
There we are.
and shenanigans ensue.
Oh, the explosion
But that
things
little
again.
narrative
Boom.
book makes it much more memorable, and having context makes the gags all the funnier.
Yes.
The OP starts with a short introductory scene of Kazuma walking into the Adventurers Guild Hall, intercut with Aqua, Megumin, and Darkness posing. And already the effort that went into making this thing is clear.
Yeah,
This
that's so good.
first-person cut lasts just 24 frames, exactly 1 second. But it's
Oh.
comprised of 6 different layers with
Wow, look at
detailed
that.
set decoration and a dozen
I love how he goes into
characters,
detail with
2
this.
of whom are animated. The guy in front just follows a motion tween with a blur effect applied to him, but that's
Right.
all they need to do. One neat little trick that's used to make the scene feel even more lively is that while the man and woman are both animated on 2s, i.e. every other frame equaling 12 frames of animation each, their
Okay.
animations are staggered. One always moves while the other is standing still.
Oh.
So the image
Oh.
changes every frame as though it were animated on 1s, making the motion through the town feel smoother without putting extra work on either character's animation.
Ah.
This shot of the guild interior also lasts just 1 second and seems mostly static, which would be fine since there are enough interesting characters in frame to keep you occupied for a single second as the camera pans across.
Yes.
But even when she doesn't need to be, the receptionist is fully animated
And
as
putting
she
it-
walks up
yeah.
to the board and places the poster for the quest. All of these
Awesome.
images flash by in less than a second.
Hmm.
Most OPs wouldn't bother animating even
It's very
one of
true.
them.
There's a lot of
There
detail
are
into it,
only
isn't there?
4 shots in this entire OP without any kind of movement. This OP is basically
I love
always
this little
moving.
clip.
It's constantly animated, and that's on top of the details poured into every non-moving part. Like how all of these posters that we only see for all of 12 frames
They're
have
fully
their own original
detailed,
artwork
aren't they? Yeah.
and text
It's class.
written in a fictional language that actually does translate into Japanese.
All right.
As our heroes
Wow.
march off toward adventure, we see that even the title card is fully animated, bouncing
class.
playfully on and off the screen. The same was true of the first OP, of course, but the off-kilter framing and running pack of idiots below makes it feel even more dynamic and lively.
True.
I really like the composition
I love
of
this
how
second
the title
opening.
is framed here. It just looks nice, and the same can be said of most of the credits in this OP. While they don't do anything special with the fonts or kinetic typography, it's clear that a lot of these shots were composed to accommodate the titles in an eye-pleasing manner.
Right, yeah,
and
so it
draw
doesn't,
your
like-
eye to read them.
Yeah.
Kazuma tripping and knocking over everyone behind him also makes for a strong comedic cue to cut away from
Yeah.
the main title.
It's brilliant.
Bringing
It
us
all
to the
works
shot
so
of
well
the
on
heroes
screen, doesn't it?
running forward down the road. Another simple but important thing to note about the animation here is that their run cycles are staggered, which prevents their movements from looking robotic or synchronized.
Oh, okay.
They all seem to be in good spirits for a few moments
Yeah,
until
until
they run out of
darkness
breath
is
after
ahead.
a few jump cuts. Darkness, the most physically fit among them, is fine and holds Aqua's hair back while she pukes. By the way,
Rainbow.
I love the consistency in Aqua always puking
Rainbows,
because
yeah.
she's a goddess.
It's amazing.
It never fails to make me laugh. And the punchline that they're barely a mile away from town when they collapse
Yeah.
is equally
They've
strong
got
and
hardly
equally
anywhere.
good at getting me to laugh. This is one of those few totally still shots that I mentioned, and I think the lack of movement helps to sell their exasperation and disappointment in their own failure.
Yes, definitely.
After sulking, they regroup and head
Oh,
out again,
friendship.
and we break into
I
a
love this
delightful
bit.
little
Do,
information
do,
card
do,
that
do,
shows
do.
the four of them awkwardly dancing before giving a goofy thumbs up.
Yeah.
Here they're showing us in a thoroughly silly manner that despite their ineptitude, they're ready to give it their all.
Yeah, man.
Kazuma certainly puts his all into practicing with his short sword as his friends take a lunch break. He's so enthusiastic about it
He
that he
lets it
ends
go.
up losing the thing and conking
Hits it
himself
on the
on the
head.
head with it, which
Brilliant.
of course makes Aqua burst out laughing. She and Megumin both giggle at Kazuma's pain as they fix him up,
As
while
Aqua's healing
Darkness
him.
looks more worried about, or possibly jealous of, his injury. As they walk on, Aqua keeps gloating at Kazuma while everyone else has let the joke pass.
Yeah,
this
that's,
emphasizes
like,
the fact
typical
that Aqua
her.
is a big dumb jerk and a canon trash tier waifu.
Yep.
But, and this is important, Kazuma gets over his irritation and smiles at her antics for a split second before a giant worm pops out of the
He's gotta
and
save her,
eats
just
and
like
man,
usual.
is his reaction to that perfect, but let's take a step back. I think this smile hits on something vital to Konosuba's success as a series. Yes, these characters are jerks. Yes, they're idiots. Yes, they get on
yeah.
each other's nerves. But at
But
the end of the day, they're all really
they're good friends. Yeah.
And the misery that they put each other through is all good-natured fun.
Yeah,
That's a big
definitely.
part
That's
of this
why I
show's
love it.
appeal. The humor
It's
can
a
get
genuine
downright
group of
vicious
friends that you're
and
watching.
mean, but we as an audience are still inclined to like the characters because they still like each other.
Yeah.
Anyway, the whole party gets eaten and excreted by a giant monster worm, and everyone takes this about as you'd expect. Aqua cries like the spoiled
Darkness is
baby
smiling.
she is. Megumin and Kazuma just kind of deal with it, and Darkness, of course, enjoys the pain
Yep.
and humiliation. What follows is another dancing interlude that inverts the optimism of the last one. Now Aqua is smiling through her tears, Megumin and Kazuma are feeling harrowed, Darkness is blissed out, and actual best girl Chamusuke is once again just kind of confused. I've got to say, I adore the goofy, exaggerated faces and actions
Yep.
used throughout this OP. It's super fun to look at. Although on
hilarious.
that note, let me go off on a quick tangent. I've heard it said that Konosuba Season 2 looks cheap, that the animation is bad. The people who say this don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, I love
There's
it.
this perpetual misconception in the anime community that the most important thing when it comes to animation is making nice screenshots and staying on model. Any animator worth their salt will tell you that these things are low priorities at best. In fact, 2 of the 12 principles of animation, exaggeration and squash and stretch, explicitly encourage going off model for effect. In fact,
It
it's
definitely
the
adds to the
philosophy
comedic
of John
effect of the
Page,
show.
creator of
Oh God, Ren and
Stimpy,
Stimpy,
that
yeah.
trying too hard to stay on model limits creativity and makes animation actively worse. He famously decreed that his animators weren't allowed to draw the same pose twice. And
Oh,
by
fair
the
enough.
hand of character designer and
Ren and Stimpy was all over the place and crazy, wasn't it?
That philosophy is alive and well in Konosuba. If you look at this scene from episode 6 where Aqua is freaking out at Kazuma, every single frame is an entirely different pose from the last.
That's brilliant.
That doesn't just happen by accident. Though there are some genuine flubs in the show, most of the time it's done intentionally to make the show feel more lively and funny and goofy. And the same idea is applied to this OP, which I should really get back to. It just bothers me to see all of these nerds be so goddamn wrong about everything.
God, being so wrong all the time.
But if you want to hear more about what actually good animation entails, I recommend checking out the Canepa effect. Like his entire channel, but also specifically his episode on the new Pokemon series. I'll link that in a card. We finally see what our heroes have been heading toward, a derpy-looking giant turtle with a tree growing from its back. And here we can see the OP's one minor mistake, at least in my opinion. There's no clue as to why they're going there. For the sake of the viewer, I think it would probably be a little better to put a quick cut to the apple before zooming out, or maybe show it glinting in the tree branch.
Oh, that would have been good,
yeah. It's easy enough to follow despite that after the first time you see it.
That's alright.
On that note, the reactions of Kazuma and the rest of his party to this seemingly impossible task.
How are we meant to get up there?
I'm glad that
the
when
darkness
it comes
is
to
like
a choice between humor and moe, the animators choose the funny option.
Yes.
I do think it's a little odd, though, that Darkness is the one who figures out how to get there. She definitely would be on board with a plan of action that involves her getting hurt, but I don't get the impression that she's smart enough to figure out the dynamics of launching.
No, but it's a stupid idea.
Rock bombs. Still, it would be weird for Kazuma to suggest it and then suddenly be miserable and horrified with the rest of his party.
Just going along with Darkness's idea.
For Darkness to be a bit uncharacteristically inventive here. And man, I love how into it she is.
She is so into it. She's like, can I really do this?
Stupid thing.
And then
it's
boom.
also really cool that this moment reincorporates a problem
from the first one,
opening. I love when OPs create a sense of continuity like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Darkness does eventually actually hit those bombs, and the looks of sheer horror
everyone's like, oh my god, she's done it.
faces as she does so are just priceless, especially for faces that you only get to see for a split second. Even for the few frames in which the door takes off, when we see it at an extreme distance, the animators paid attention to detail. As it rockets into the sky, you can see Kazuma and Aqua falling off, followed by Darkness and Megumin at the height of the launch. One big strength of the way this OP is presented is that it shows us just how each protagonist copes with different situations, which tells you a lot more than you'd learn just seeing one of them deal with the situation individually. For instance, most of the party is controlling their descent with some degree of calmness, whereas Aqua is just flailing through the air like a Kazuma! Looking at his face, we can see that Kazuma isn't taking it super well either, but at least he's making a bit of an effort to control his descent and not die, potentially.
Darkness is just like,
is having a metaphorical blast, of course, whereas Megumin has a literal one.
Yes.
She's surprisingly calm and collected as she casts her signature
'cause she's so
explosion
cool.
spell in Freefall, but then she's always been the most level-headed member of the group.
Yep.
In a display of actual good science, Aqua uses her Rymant to catch the backdraft from the explosion, turning it into a hot air balloon to bring them all down gently. Even as she's blown directly above us, it's still not clear if she's wearing pantsuit or not. Perhaps we'll never know.
We will
the answer
never
to that
know.
Mystery. The figurines haven't made it any clearer. Right before she catches them, we see each character once
so
more.
weird.
Darkness is falling with a confident enthusiasm, whereas Kazuma is sobbing uselessly.
Oh my
Just
god.
used her explosion, Megumin is, of course, paralyzed.
Yes, because she can't do anything now.
Attention to detail, and there's something downright hilarious about seeing
just head first into it.
Now Kazuma gets his moment to shine, using steel to grab the golden apples from the tree. Another really strong point for this OP is that every character gets to show off their personality and a signature move, but this is brought about organically through a story instead of just shoehorned in. I like that a lot. I also adore these two shots before Kazuma steals the apple, purely because they're so exceptionally well composed. As Kazuma uses steel, we cut away to the party returning to the guild as heroes.
Yay, good times.
Gold to buy everyone around. drinks. And I do mean everyone. Of course, the receptionist is there, but so is Yoon Yoon, hiding behind a pillar like the
Oh, of course, I never noticed.
loser she is, and Wiz, out in the open with a lovely jiggle to rival that of the receptionist. And of course, all of the adventurers are here, including that one guy with the mohawk who
He's
shows
cool.
up everywhere to cheer Kazuma on.
Yeah.
Calling it now, this guy is secretly the Demon King. This
Do you
final
reckon?
thumbs up with the golden
Wow.
apples nicely ties together
Oh,
those
that would be
dumb
cool.
dancing interludes with the rule of three.
Oh.
These guys are beaten and bruised, but they've completed their quest and made it home
Yeah.
in one piece.
Hey.
Their optimism was not unfounded.
No,
The conclusion
never is.
to this sequence is
They're always so upbeat.
straightforward, but again, I want to take a second to appreciate how lively and expressive the animations are, and how much attention is paid to the little details. Like, every single adventurer in this hall has their own unique design, something that stands out as memorable.
Yeah,
about
they
them.
do.
Nobody here looks like a generic NPC.
Because whenever you see them walking in the background, they
beyond
stand out.
creating a
I
good
love it.
sense of continuity between the shots. One of the underlying themes of Konosuba is that the world Kazuma finds himself in isn't so different from our own in important ways. That means that life here can be mundane and a little bit of a struggle, but that also means that everyone around him is their own unique person.
Yeah.
No one is just a face in the crowd. The animators don't just focus on these details to show off, they do so because it's important to making the world feel alive. And over the course of this short story, Konosuba's world absolutely does feel like a living, breathing place.
Yeah, it
Even if
does.
that breathing is a bit labored.
This
from
opening's
too
so
much
good.
laughter. This is a wonderful, hilarious opening that reminds you exactly why the show that it's attached to is so wonderful as well. And it's the perfect start to the best comedy of the winter 2017 season. Konosuba is also a good book, though. The
Here we
director
are,
of
back
the
at it.
series famously decided to take it on after getting sucked in and reading the first 2 volumes in a single day. Remember, you can see what it's all about yourself for just a couple bucks by buying it from
I would like to check
Bookwalker
them
with
out.
the promo code Mother's Basement. Be sure to act quick if you want to make that March 6th deadline
I
for the
best
poster
grab my
contest.
time machine.
Or you can buy any number of light novel or manga ebooks instead. There's a ton of great stuff to choose from, with more being added all the time. You know what else has stuff being added all the time? This very YouTube channel.
Yeah?
And you can make sure you catch all of it
Oh,
by
I'm subscribed,
subscribing
man.
to Mother's
I love
Basement
your stuff.
and turning on notifications. You have my gratitude if you do, and of course, as always, I have to thank my patrons for supporting me in making all of these videos. They wouldn't exist without you guys. Now, if you want to hear me talk about Konosuba some more, you should check out this video where I analyze the first openings for both it and ReZero.
Already checked that out, man.
Or, if you want to hear me talk about its opposite, here's a playlist of me shitting on Sword Art Online. But
Seen
if
all
this is the
those.
last I see of you today, I'm Jeff Boo, professional shitbag, signing out from my apartment that I own. That doesn't work. Yeah.
Signing out from my mother's basement sounds so much better. Because it's the channel there. Oh well. That was really good. Really good analysis. I never noticed Megumin's friend was in the background of that shot. That's weird. I didn't notice that. But no, he's right. All the personalities really shine through. The animation really does help complement the humour. Yeah. If you've not seen Konosuba, you need to watch it. I know I've done so many Konosuba reaction stuff these last few weeks, but it's just... gotta check it out. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. What did you guys think of that? What did you guys think of this? Click like, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave comments down below. Let me know what I should watch and discuss in future videos. And I'll see you guys, yes, all of you guys, next time.